Hi, Scott Orlin with CINEMA-Magazin, Comic Con San Diego 2018. Now, you have all been fascinated for the past several years with the movie The Purge. Now you get to bring it home. There's a new TV series called The Purge, and the creator, right here, James DeMonaco. Talk a little bit about why you felt it was interesting to make a transition from a theatrical kind of experience to a television series.
Great question. I think that it was the 10 hours of TV that made total sense to me, in that we had all this real estate to explore The Purge in ways that we couldn't do in the movie. The movie's an hour and a half, it's a punch in the face, July 4th release. And to dive in for 10 hours and to explore why someone would ever resort to violence on the Purge night, I thought was a great metaphor for America and for violence and gun control. Specifically in America, everything's about America on the Purge. So it was a very American story, but it was the 10 hours of TV that allowed us to tell new Purge stories.
Tell us, for those fans who kind of have immersed themselves in these first four episodes of the theatrical experience, where are we in the mythology, in the lexicon? Who are the characters that we're going to be meeting?
Great question. So in the mythology of the Purge, we're actually between Purge 2 and 3. I think we went over this many times in the writer's room. So it's between 2 and 3. We really don't visit the characters from the movies. We're trying to get cameos, but we're not. It's all new characters, and we're following various storylines. We're seeing a woman at work, a black woman at work who's experienced sexism and racism, who is she's using the Purge to kind of potentially take out a boss who's treated her poorly over the years, and she's using a method that we explore, which is if you're not capable of doing your nasty business on Purge night, you can hire Purge assassins to do your business. So that's one storyline we follow. We follow a Purge cult, a suicide cult for people who are giving their lives. They're martyrs. They're giving their lives to on that night to Purgers. They allow themselves to be killed because they feel like they're making America a better place, and that they're allowing people to release their anger and hatred. So they're making the citizenry better by giving their lives on that night. We're following a young girl who's kind of lost, a young girl who's actually lost her parents on the first Purge 15 years before the show, and she's kind of a lost soul who's fallen into drug addiction. Now she's in a cult. So we explore the kind of cult mentality and how dying on Purge night has become a noble, honorable thing in this society. We follow her brother, who's a soldier, a Marine, who's trying to find her and save her. And finally, we see the rich side of the Purge world, where we're at an NFFA party, and we see how the rich purge on this evening behind closed doors as they raise money for the new founding fathers.
I want to take you back. Who pissed you off so much in your life that you were like, I'm going to write a movie about purging because that's the person I want to get rid of?
Yeah, exactly. That's a great question. So actually, I came from my wife. We were so pissed one night at a drunk driver who cut us off in Brooklyn, and we were so angry about this drunk driver. Literally almost killed us. I got into a fist fight with him that my wife said, I wish we all had one free one a year. And it was from that statement, that incident where we wanted to get back at this guy for almost killing us, that I think the whole Purge was born. After this one statement my wife made about one free one a year, I turned into this great holiday. So it's that one guy. I don't even know his name. He started the whole thing.
I think he's in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I'm not really sure. And just a last question for you. We're here at Comic Con. What is it about these type of movies that give such a rapid fan base? Because, sometimes whether it's monsters or sci-fi or fantasy, people are they jump out of their own lives into these.
Yeah, I think that there's something about horror, action horror, whatever you want to call The Purge, or all horror movies that, God, it's so hard to define, because I was obsessed with these movies as a kid also, and I still can't define why. I always think about that. Why do we like to be scared? It's a question that even I see with my daughter now, who's 8. She'll see me clicking the channel. She's like, stop on that, Daddy. And you can tell it's something scary. I'm like, you can't watch that yet. I don't know what's in us. Maybe there's a form of, I always say, we have to purge our fears some way by watching other people be afraid. I don't know what it is, but we like to watch nightmares. And to this day, I still love it too. I wish I knew why. I'd make a lot more money if I knew why. So
I think you're doing okay. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. The Purge, new TV series coming up. And this is Scott Orlin. Till next time.